some broccoli.
Hi, guess what time it is? It's finally time for the follow-up to my introduction to Talkbox video, which was, I think, like 86 months ago. And I've been wanting to do this for a while. I think that's what I said about the other video, and it took me like 7 years to do it. So here we are, 14 years later from that, and I have notes. And I wanted to do just some kind of more advanced Talkbox techniques, tips and tricks, and things that some people, may not tell you, and that you have to figure out on your own, and just see where we go from there. So first off, a little bit about what I'm playing through here. I've got my brand new, well, still somewhat brand new, Haber Custom Double Cut, plugged through my 5150, and I know you see all this fancy microphonology back here, but we're doing a Talkbox video, so all the sound's going to be coming straight out of my mouth. So just ignore that, but that is a 212 with a PD Sheffield Warehouse Guitar Speakers Veteran 30. I ended up with a mix set in there somehow. I think it's because I put the other Sheffield in my Classic 30, which I'm pointing to behind the camera like you can see it. Anyhow, so that's what we're dealing with today. My Talkbox is the, let me get him off the floor here, standard, old school, Dunlop, Heil sound, however you want to say it. I think they're all co-owned now. The Talkbox. The only thing different from this, the way you would get it right out of the box, is I have downsized the tubing. So this is the size of tubing that you would get with your Talkbox. And I went one step smaller, and I just went to your local hardware store. I think the orange one. Could have been the blue one. I don't remember. But they have this, tubing and that aisle where all the tubing is. And I just bought one of each size, and they work out perfectly where the external diameter is the same as the internal diameter of the other, and this is just slipped together. I don't have any glue or anything like that on there. So one thing I want to bring up before I forget is when you are setting up your Talkbox, now normally you're going to have this thing taped or velcroed or something to your microphone stand, and one thing you might want to do, this is a dirty, slobbery business of guitar effectory here. So a good idea is once you get this thing routed down your mic stand, is to go ahead and leave yourself a spit loop at the bottom of your tube before it goes into your Talkbox. Then any of your awesome musical salivation that might make its way down this tube is going to get caught in this rather than into your Talkbox itself. And I don't really know the diaphragm material on that horn, but let's keep moisture out of the electronics. That'd be great. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this in here. And the other thing I want to talk about, we didn't get into making letter sounds with the Talkbox last time. And I kind of talked about how you can practice your Talkboxing with your battery-powered toothbrush and all that. And all you're doing is you're just mimicking the sounds, or the movements rather, I'm sorry, the movements that you would normally use your mouth for to make your normal everyday sounds, your A, E, I, O, U, whatever, and you want to exaggerate those to get the sounds that you would, come to know from a Talkbox. So let's just run through some. It's really loud. So let's just run through some. This video is going to be choppy, I can already tell. All right, we're just going to run through some of your vowel sounds here. So you have your. And again, using a Talkbox, you look absolutely ridiculous. You do have to exaggerate what you would normally. No one really talks like this, but that's what you have to do to get the sounds to manipulate from this to out of your mouth. So, again, there's your vowels. So nothing crazy. And in case you missed the last video, by all means, please go check it out. But again, no sound is coming from me organically. It's all from the guitar. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to check my notes here. Talked about exaggerated shapes, talked about vowels, consonants. Consonants are the rough one. And what you're going to end up doing is you're going to have to kind of combine techniques of how you're shaping your mouth with kind of making some percussive sounds on the guitar. Now for example, so you use a little bit of palm muting in there to get your note. Do you feel like we do? That wasn't right. Do you feel like we do? That's not right. So a little bit of, digging in on the guitar to get there. So something like that. You can get those consonants in there at least well enough for people in the context to understand, if you need to order a drink or ask a girl for her phone number or whatever it is you people do when you play out now. I haven't done it in years, so I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Let's see what else we have in here. You know what? I'm just going to kind of go through some things I had written down here, and this might get a little choppy, and I'm just going to run through some licks and do some kind of cool things you can do here. One of the things I have down here is the fake Leslie, which this doesn't have to be words and phrases and things like that. You can do just kind of some spatial effects and stuff like that. And you'll notice too, again, I mentioned this before, if you loosen up your, the backside of your oral cavity, you get that deeper sound. So rather than just silly stuff like that. Of course you have your classic, that's always a good example. I can't breathe. That's always a good example, though. Again, you're allowed to breathe while you use this. And for some reason, I always forget that. But nothing really in that, solo is enunciated. They're just sounds. They're just vowel sounds. One of the singers I used to play with, he called this the Popeye sound. I think we were doing a back and forth call and response thing after a song, and this just popped out. And I thought that was kind of funny, just that real percussive. I can't do the Popeye. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. When you're living a dream. When you're living a dream. I don't know what that was. Good times. Yeah. That's all I got, man. Do you love me? Do you love me, baby? Craziest wah pedal you'll ever own. It actually wahs. Nobody's done that yet. So anyways, that's just give you guys some ideas. You know, nothing too crazy, nothing too formal. And if there's any questions, maybe I'll try to do a follow-up to this. I even made notes. I made notes this time, and I think I need to make more detailed notes because I thought I had more ideas. But if anyone, like I said, has any suggestions or follow-ups, then you know, I'll try to address those, and hopefully sooner than the 84-month span that it was between video 1 and video 2. So hopefully you guys get something out of this, and if not, then hey, whatever. This was my afternoon, so this is how I spent it. You guys have a good one.